back to Kochie's Business Builders, where we're putting small business first. Today we're talking about how to adapt in a time of crisis. And here in the studio to answer all of your questions is Amanda Rose, the founder of Small Business Women Australia and the CEO of Businesswoman Media. And Ben Carroll, the co-founder of Applejack Hospitality. Welcome to you both.
Hello.
Amanda,
thanks for having us.
How critical is it to adapt in this environment?
Look, it's critical to be able to adapt in any environment. So I think crisis is just one of the many environments that you need to. So I think fear is a big factor in this. So if you have a team that see a challenge as a challenge and exciting, and that's how you built your team, you have a better chance than if you as the leader or the small business owner freaks out. But I think it's very important if this is the first crisis you've gone through, because I've been through the GFC and other ones. So if this is the first one, take the approach of what can we learn and what systems and process can we put in place to make sure that the next one that happens, and trust me, they will keep happening because that's what small business is about, that you can just roll with it.
Ben, how have you adapted and what have you learned?
Oh, look, it's been very interesting for the hospitality sector as a whole. As you know, we had 20 hours to close down or just do takeaway. So we had to make some hard, fast decisions and we had to take into consideration our 200 employees at the same time. For us, to make sure that there was jobs there on the other side and the business was there on the other side was the priority to us. So what that meant is we had to close down the venues for the in-house experience inside the restaurants and focus on how to build the company and how to come up with a structure that could see us thrive on the other side.
All right, let's get into the questions here. This one from James in Adelaide. Is it okay to advertise and promote in a time of crisis? Is it a waste of money, Amanda?
No, look, I get asked this a lot because people fear that they might be seen as aggressive if they're selling in a time of crisis or if it's a waste of money. No, it's not. So I think business as usual as much as possible, but as long as you add a sensitivity to that. So create a package that might be bespoke and in line with what people are going through right now, but don't just stop business altogether. Because some business think, are you still selling or can I still buy from you? Yes, you still need to communicate that. And your community is key. So keep in contact and they will still want to support you as well, which is key for small business.
Yeah, and you can do it through your social media
sure
as
can.
well. Zane from the Gold Coast asked Ben, how conservative should you be in managing cash flow during a crisis? Should you limit spending? Should you go into the market?
There's a catch-22 here, and I think it's important to understand if you're a business that's in distress or a business that's thriving at the moment. I still think, importantly, if you're setting your company up for long-term success, there is a level of spending you have to do, but it has to be responsible, and you have to understand all the risk associated with that.
Susan from the Gold Coast asked, Amanda, this is a great question in regards to business planning. At what time frame should I consider? Weekly, monthly, quarterly, especially when it's unknown, sort of almost daily in this crisis?
Well, I was going to say that I actually am doing it daily at the moment. And because there are opportunities out there. So you're putting out fires in a way and being strategic in one area, but I launched a business in the last few weeks because I saw an opportunity there and it took off. So very much don't hide from it, but I would say daily look at your business. Is there something you need to put on hold, cut out, or even start right now? And then, monthly and quarterly is your larger picture and bring the team together.
Ben, Simon from Sydney, this is one for you that you've been through. How do I balance the needs of my employees with my business's operations? I've got a big heart, but not a big budget. It's tough for business owners.
It is very tough.
I feel like family.
We let go or stood down 200 people at the start of this, and that was the toughest day of my life. And my business partner and I, after we made those decisions and spoke to some of the staff, we had to go and have a little moment ourselves and try to clear our heads and move forward. So we've all got that big heart. They're our people, they're our family. That's how we are successful, because of them. But the right decision is to make sure the company is in a safe position so we can reinstate them on the other side. And we thankfully are, and all of our staff understand what we're going through. So showing empathy through this is very important.
Yeah, and just quickly, Amanda, Priya from Bustleton in WA says, should you get a mentor in this situation? Someone who's a bit older that's been through a crisis before.
Yes. And a mentor in all areas. So not even just someone's been through a crisis, but someone you admire how they handle general difficult situations. And mentors that not necessarily older, but in an area of expertise that you're not qualified in.
Yep.
And there are mentoring programs out there. There is even just people in general that you've just reached out to say, I need your help. They could just answer that one question for you, but don't hesitate. Definitely go out and ask. Don't hesitate.
Yeah. Great advice. Thank you so much. Well, that's all we have time for today. If you want us to help put your small business first, head to the website, list your business in our directory, and you'll also be asked to include a short 30-second video like the ones you've just seen here on Kochie's Business Builders, where we're putting small business first.